Hello, are you wondering what will happen to you or to your parents as they get older? See, one of the areas that often gets overlooked in financial planning is the issue of long-term care. And it's becoming a bigger issue and more prevalent as the aging of America is becoming a reality. More and more baby boomers have been retiring. But then as you get older, something starts to happen. And myself being part of the sandwich generation, what does that mean? Someone who's looking out for an older parent, but also has children that are in the college areas. And I'm in the middle, so I'm in the sandwich generation. I have to be aware of these things because it's affected me now with my mother and could affect me in the future for myself. So what is long-term care? Why is it important? Long-term care is the consideration of what happens to you when you are no longer to be fully independent because you cannot perform what are called 2 of 6 ADLs, activities of daily living. This may be anything from bathing or cooking or dressing yourself, etc. And you can Google or ChatGPT ADLs, activities of daily living, and list them. So when you are no longer able to do this, well, we have to wonder, what do we do? Okay, as a son, I'm thinking, how do I help my mom or my parents to take care of this? Because I can't leave them alone at home. Okay, so there's usually a few ways to address this. One, you can have someone come to the house and help, or you can have them be at what's called assisted living facility, which is they may cook for them, they may clean their room, etc. But there's still some independence where they can leave and come and go. Or you can have them ultimately in a nursing home where they really need more supervised care, okay, around the clock. Okay, these are all possible options. However, of course, they all come with a price. Now, in Florida, the cost of a home attendant, the first option, someone which is what most people prefer, someone to come to your house, the average cost is about $70,000 a year. Okay, so it's not inexpensive, obviously, but it is the least expensive, possibly depending on what type of care you need on the other 2 options. Assisted living is running around $5,000 a month, but again, depends how much care you need or assistance in this assisted living facility. Okay, so it could be running anywhere from $4,500 to $6,500. And then there's the nursing home, more comprehensive care, but in the state of Florida, they average around $10,000 to $11,000 a month, depending on private room versus shared room, and again, the level of care that you need. So there are a lot of factors to consider when thinking about how am I going to handle this or how will I handle this for my parents. The issue is this: you can do a couple of ways or handle this a couple of ways. You can save for it. That's a lot of saving. You can pursue getting a long-term care insurance policy. It's kind of like insurance. You pay a premium for X amount of years, and when it's needed, the insurance company will take care of it. They're not inexpensive either, okay? But a lot of this depends on your current capacity, cash flow needs now versus later, okay? But either way, there will be a financial impact. And why is this important? Because it can be an economic drain. You just heard the cost. So it could be a big burden on a family to have to deal with this without preparing for it. Number 2, there's a lot of other aspects in the family dynamics and relationships. It's a high source of stress. You know, married couples often debate of how to take care of each other's parents, how to make that happen. I have to take off of work. I have to take time, energy, resources to be able to take care of this parent. That can cause a lot of strain personally on a family. And finally, control over care and choices. And if you don't prepare it, you're going to be at the whims of whatever you can afford, okay, or whatever is available to you at the time. And care can vary widely from minimal care in some of the facilities if you want Medicaid to cover it if you have no resources. And that's a big difference from a private facility that you get to choose. So which one makes sense for you? It depends. It depends on your financial resources, how much time you have, and how much you're willing to dedicate to make it happen. So all this to encourage you to start doing some long-term care planning, whether it be for your parents or for yourself. And I hope to see you soon.